Good morning. This is Bill from Europa, Naples. It's a lovely, cool Florida morning, one of the last ones we're going to have before the misery of summer descends upon us. But, I've got the top down in this 2007 Ford Mustang GT. This is a very nice local trade, 31,000 miles, one owner car, white and tan. And of course, it's a Mustang GT. The Mustang invented a whole series of cars called the pony car. What that gave you was kind of a long hood, a short deck lid, usually something peppy under the hood, a sporty look, a sporty feel, and it took off. The 1964 and a half Mustang was a sales monster, and it spawned a bunch of cars, like some you've probably heard of, like the Chevy Camaro, for instance, and I can't believe that's the only one that comes to mind, the Javelin, and whatnot. Anyway, a bunch of cars like it. Even some Japanese cars came in based on the popularity of the Mustang, and it's remained an American staple ever since. This is a fifth generation Mustang, again, a testament to how they've persevered. And we got a woodpecker over there. I have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, so five generations, and then on to 6, 7, whatever it is now, and people have just loved them. They've scooped them up, they've bought them, they've become collectible. God, that's annoying. Anyway, and this is arguably one of the better looking versions out there, this 5th gen. You can see it's got those torque thrust wheels, very, very attractive. The styling really harkens back to the original Mustang. Got a deck lid spoiler. It's an exercise in simplicity and American muscle. This is not about super high-tech suspensions and jet fighter cockpits and, low slung cornering everywhere. This thing's about a big V8 up front, a good gear ratio in the back, and doing donuts in the Walmart parking lot while dating a girl named Candy. And there's not a damn thing wrong with that, because that's part of what America's all about. You can see here in the front end, they've really done a nice job mimicking that sort of Eleanor look that, from the original GT 500, the big fogs in the grille, the angled off lamps on either side, big air intake at the bottom. Again, those 17-inch torque thrusts, great looking wheels, 4-wheel disc brakes. When the 64 came out, I think it had 4 drums. You could stop. Well, you'd have to check your watch, but it would take a while. The top folds neatly back into that area there. And again, just a great looking car. Big twice pipes at the back. It sounds like a big V8 growl every time it's idling. It's what this thing's all about. Don't ask it to be more than it is. Just let it be what it is. Now, the trunk area in this car is a little bit ridiculous. It's not a bad trunk area. You get plenty of room there, but, do the math. Try to fit anything in this little slot they give you. They could have figured out a way to lift up the tail lamps or something. So, you can fit a suitcase in here, with great effort and probably some Crisco or WD-40. But, to try and fit, big cargo in this thing is going to be a bit of a pain in the rump. Either way, it's got a trunk. It's useful, if you can get what you need inside of it. And there it is. We got some floor mats in there. Original, nice. Probably underneath here we got a spare tire or something. Let's see if it has a spare. Look at that, it does. And jack and all the stuff you need. Nice. I like these little releases they gave you from all the mob movies. So if you're locked in the trunk, you can pull that little guy and leap to freedom. In fact, I think it has a picture of a guy leaping to freedom out of the trunk on there and running for his life. So, thanks for the government for helping us out with that one. All right, let's have a look under the hood. So in the GT, one thing this thing better have is a V8, and it does. This is oh God, that's heavy, 4.6 liter V8, 300 horsepower, very, very peppy, very torquey. Great engine for this thing. You can see in this one-owner low-mileage car, everything's really mint under here. This is all you need to do those donuts, to impress Candy at the drive-in, to give you that V8 growl, and just otherwise be a terrific all-around motor. And that is part of the successful formula that's made these GTs so popular. Okay, inside, Again, this thing's pretty mint for an older Mustang. I think it's 11 years old now, so somebody really loved on this thing. I guess the guy who paid all the money for it in the beginning. These inserts here, they are always screwed up. I don't know how this one manages to not be, but this material is always flapping down on these things. You know, Ford doesn't go out and, you know, hire the suppliers for Jaguar to build their interiors, but they do, you know, a relatively good job of keeping things simple and tight, except with these inserts, which are always crap. So I'm presuming the guy must have had these fixed. Even in a low mileage car, they would have come down. Otherwise, somebody got really lucky at the Ford factory. This is a premium version, so it has leather. I think that's a real necessity in the GT. I just hate cloth seats in these cars. They really cheapen them up. I mean, the materials are already not the finest in the world, so having leather just helps it along. These things do have very useful back seats. You can stuff your Canadians back there. They'll be mildly unhappy, but they'll get by. Seen a lot worse than this. I like the bucket shape of them, the way you're kind of raked back. You know, once you're in that thing, it would take me, you know, probably 2 guys helping to get out. But otherwise, you get them back there, kids, dogs, whatever you want. They'll probably be happy enough. All right, this dashboard, again, harkens to the earlier Mustangs. You've got sort of the dual cowling effect up top, huge chrome rings around the gauges and vents, sort of a classic-looking 3-spoke steering wheel, you know, a modern version of the original shifter there. You know, again, it looks good. It works. I also like the way the vents work. I'll show you that in a minute. You can see this has a power seat with lumbar, manual recline. It's got this shaker audio system, which, of course, you need for today's crazy kids. I say that, kids of the 80s, for Christ's sake. Anyway, giant big woofers there in the door. This thing does shake you out a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. Here's again, I got 2 keys. Here's what it's all about. This. I mean, when you fire it up, you have no doubt that what you're hearing is a very peppy V8. Got all kinds of stuff stuffed in the glove box here. You know, I asked my detailers to sort of make this neat looking, and they have here. What they've done is basically jammed everything in like they were in a hurry. So I really appreciate that from them. Okay. All right, so again, these sort of vintage-looking gauges. Now, when I hit that and it turns up blue and red, I think that's the way the original Mustangs lit up, and that's probably the effect they were going for. Frankly, to me now, it looks more like the Kias, you know, the 90s, 2000s Kias that used all those blue LEDs everywhere. It doesn't really match the green display in the radio, but I guess, again, it does, you know, sort of pay homage to the original Mustang, and if that's the goal, then that's fine. You do have a full gauge set there. You got your fuel, you got your temp, you got your voltmeter, oil pressure, great stuff. There you see just 31,000 miles on the clock. A very conservative 140 mile an hour speedo. It's probably about accurate, and it's nice. I mean, some of these cars that purport to be, you know, real sports cars, they'll put in like a 280 mile an hour speedo, and the thing tops out at 133. It's just silly. Over here you've got a very nice, simple Mercedes style headlight switch, parks, pull once for fogs. You got your dimmer control, nice stuff. Cruise control in the steering wheel. Looks like they never pulled off the little plastic protective coating on this, which is nice. I'm going to leave that, so that's part of the preservation. I talked about the vents. I absolutely love these vents. They're so adjustable. You can spin them around. You can aim the thing at the damn rearview mirror if you want it to be cool, and that means you can really fine-tune it to where you want it to be for you. And I do like that a lot. You know, this is nice material here, this aluminum looking stuff. I think it is actual, I don't know if it's plastic, whatever it is, it looks good. You got these things here, information, setup, reset, I don't know what that's for, probably your trip odometer. Traction control system. So again, to do the donuts, to you know, start creating traffic mayhem, click that sucker, turn off your traction control, and let the rear tires have their way with the pavement. Here's this in-dash shaker CD system. Let's see what we got. I should know this, I don't. Oh God, Paul McCartney. All right, anyway, sounds great, very, very bassy. You got a very simple AC setup here, works good. turn that on. You get some chilies coming out the dash. Again, this vintage style automatic shifter, 4-speed automatic, absolutely bulletproof, great tranny. Down here you got a 12-volt outlet, an auxiliary input, and a nice little place to stuff things. Going with the vintage look, you have a coin purse. So I don't know when you have coins anymore in your car to do tolls and whatnot, but maybe in 2007 you did. All right, if we want to run the top, it's this guy here. So you just press that. It comes up very traditionally, if not extremely fast. Come on, boy. There it is. So, you know, this could be on a 58 Fairline. Well, maybe not the one with the folding hardtop, but, you know, very simple. Release here, lovely. No issues at all. And it's tan, it's stay fast cloth, and it's nice. And I'm going to put it back because it's a nice morning. Just don't be in a rush when you're doing that. One nice thing about the simplicity of that top is the ability of it not to break. So, you know, you have to love all those big retractable hardtops, but at the same time, man, when they go, service guys are going to get you. So here's the nice thing about this Mustang is I've got this lovely V8 sound coming from behind me. I've got nice sort of long hood in front of me, instant pep from the gas pedal. You know, the steering is sporty. It's sporty. It's not really a true sports car. I'm sure some people are going to beat me up for that, but I don't care. It really isn't. It's not the point. I think it has a solid rear axle even. But what it is American muscle. And that has its own joys in the world. So I'm sure that made the sound go all wonky. I'm going to upgrade the phone. I promise you guys. I'm going to go full HD. I'm going to get a better phone. We got to pull through in the minute till I figure out the time to do that. But, all right, let's see. Let's turn our traction control off. We're going to leave it in drive, and we're just going to hit it a little bit. So it's really easy to go around playing Starsky and Hutch or the Dukes of Hazzard because, again, that's what this car is for. So, you know, if I really wanted to light up the back tires, I could have done so. I just wanted a little sporty. I don't want to terrify all the bikers and joggers this morning. But anyway, you get the point. That's what this car is about. Put the top down, listen to some V8 music, you know, get the thing sideways here and there, or just cruise the boulevard. Companionship. So there it is, 2007 Ford Mustang GT, one owner, 31,000 miles, white and tan, mint car, lovely, fun to drive, and you know, doesn't try to be more than it is, but does do what it is very, very well. So thanks for having a look. We appreciate it, and I'll see you with the next one. I got an old Bentley coming up here in a few minutes. That'll be a fun one too. Thanks again. We'll see you in a few.